Alright, let's do this. Back for some more FF12. Starting the stream off with some kick-ass tactics music as always. Alright, we're ready. Hello everyone, hope you're all having a good week and a good day so far. Go ahead and get started with this shit. One thing I forgot to elaborate on, you know that cutscene where Vayne gave his speech? That cutscene where, oh, I should switch this, hold on. Fuck, I keep forgetting to add it to, my favorites. The guide I'm using. 1 second. This one, okay. And there. Okay, that's a good spot for it. Anyway, so yeah, going back to what Vayne, his speech. That dude is an excellent politician. That dude is perfect. He knows how to lie to people and make them feel good about themselves so that he can earn their trust. And that's like the #1 goal for any politician, so they can do whatever the hell they're always scheming, you know, behind their words secretly. So he's pretty good, I gotta say. The way he gave his speech, making himself vulnerable, saying that he's willing to take the hate of the people as long as they promise him to honor the peace between them. And as long as they do that, then he'll always like be there for them and do his best to take care of Rabanastre and Dalmasca. Which, you know, of course it's obviously all bullshit, but the way he framed it by doing that, his gestures and making himself vulnerable like that that's enough to gain the trust of most of the masses. Of course, Vaan and Penelo didn't fall for it. But most of the masses, yeah, of course they do. They go for that shit. And so he knows it, and so it worked. Pretty good. That's what I was like, that guy is an excellent politician. I wanted to say that during the speech, but since Vaan and Penelo were talking, I didn't want to talk over them, so... Gotta go back to where I was here. Yep, saw that one. I'm looking at the next chest I need to avoid to get the Zodiac Spear real quick. Okay. At least they make it obvious. Or like, not they make it obvious, the locations are significant and noteworthy for the treasure chests that are connected to the Zodiac Spear. The ones you're supposed to avoid. Like, I can just read ahead on where the next treasure chest to avoid is, and it's in a memorable spot. It's not in a spot where I'm gonna be like, oh shit, I think I opened the, you know, a chest that I wasn't supposed to. It's in... They're all in locations where something significant just happened in the story. So at least there's that. All the treasure chests you have to avoid, I mean. Right, I have to set their license boards. I guess for now, I'll go ahead and, I mean, realistically, I am probably gonna have to swap their job classes once in a while. Especially for endgame content. I don't think I'll actually be able to get through the entire game with their default job classes, honestly. But, for now, I'll go ahead and just go with what they're naturally inclined towards. Machinist for Balthier. And Archer for Friend. Just get the licenses for equipment that we have right now. Oh, snap! The Fires of War, I like that. The Tides of Fate. There's another one. I wonder how you're supposed to get these. Did you see the frame drops when we used Vaughn's what was it? When we ended up using Vaughn's fucking I keep wanting to call them limit break techniques because that's kind of what they resemble. The mist ability or whatever. This thing. It was so bad. Okay, you're next. Should get her at least one mist technique too. Where is it? That doesn't look like the first one though. Could be now. Feral Strike. Oh, okay, yeah, it's whatever. It's the order's automatic no matter what. Cool that they get some abilities that make their the effectiveness of items better. Actually pretty neat. And the stat boost, of course. Okay, let me just go get Feral Strike before I get carried away filling this out. This one, or that one over there? This one's a little closer. There we go. Sweet. Okay, that should be good for now. Goddess's Magicite. It reduces your MP to 0, but it gives you 13 magic resist. I have a feeling it probably also had a hidden ability that we don't know about yet, since it's a key item in the story that we just got. Yeah, there you go. Well, for right now, that's kind of... Why would I do that? Alright, we're ready. So once I have all the characters off stream, I'll probably max out their license boards. It's gonna be a grind of pushing A over and over. Ah, Vaughn, there's something I want to check before we set out. As I thought, you don't know much about gambits yet, do you? No, but I kind of want to, so I can start messing with them already. Listen carefully, I don't care to repeat myself. For each gambit, you can combine one action with a target for that action. Example, you can arrange that Cure be cast on an ally whose HP falls below 50%. Useful, that. Of course, one error of judgment and you could well find yourself throwing punches at that same ally. If you have a good head on your shoulders, it should come easily enough. Yeah, it's not that hard. I fear a more detailed explanation is in order. This is the gambit screen. You can reach it from the party menu. To create a gambit, you need only select an action and target for that action. Okay. This is tutorial stuff. I'm not going to voice it over. I'll waste my energy. You're going to waste potions, though. Yeah, exactly. Right. Ally below 70%. There we go. Or HP below 70%. Literally like almost like programming a macro. Or not really a macro, but it's more like just programming. You're setting yeah, not macros. It's almost like making a computer program saying if this happens then this. Like making a logic program for a computer basically. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, the order of them right here on the screen. It matters. It's what they'll prioritize. Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. He'll prioritize attacking over healing if you leave it like this. Again, why do I tilt my head like this when I'm fucking... I don't get it. Mm-hmm. Vitality before violence. Yeah. You can have way more than 3 after later on in the game. Oh, he's saying 3 sets of gambits, okay. We like to come across new actions and targets, so don't be afraid to experiment with new gambit combinations. But don't put all of your faith in any one combination. With each passing day, the world finds new and exciting ways to kill a man. Be flexible. If you find yourself up against beasts that don't take well to fire, create a gambit to cast fire on nearby foes. Likewise, should we face a creature that uses poison, a gambit to cast poison on poisoned allies just might come in handy. A bit much to take in? Don't let it worry you. You're in good company. Yes, these sewers are thick with the bones of others who had similar difficulties. Can I get gambits in FF14? Let's be off then, shall we? So I can make my human party members behave in certain ways with the gambits, and be like, alright, I just added my friend to the party. I'm gonna set this gambit so they lose control of their character, and then they do exactly as I tell them. The party leader can set gambits. Obviously, obviously I'm dicking around, but like, it would actually be kind of cool for the trust system, but I mean, the trust system is just for such a minor part of the game. For dungeons. They're making it a bigger part of the game, so it could actually become feasible later. Because I heard throughout this entire expansion all the way to 7.0, they're going to start adding the trust system for all expansions now. Starting with Realm Reborn in 6.1, I believe, which should be sometime later this month, or maybe early next month, who knows. Cool. Yep. Alright, so party leader's target attack. Nearest visible. That way you just start fighting without me having to tell you to. What else? Any? Oh. Any. For now. Oh, it's fine, just any. Oh, hold on. Yeah, fuck that. Do that first, but if I don't target anybody, then go for nearest visible. Wait. There we go. There we go. Yeah, so if I realized, I was like, hold on, if I do decide to manually target someone else, he's still gonna go after anybody else that he feels like it, unless I make this the priority. So if I decide to target someone, it'll override this one, and he'll go after the target. But if I don't target anybody, he'll just go after whoever the fuck is nearby. What else can I do? For now. I can worry about healing stuff. I can do that stuff manually for now. 3 sets. Since we're so over-leveled, this one. There we go. Actually, I don't know what it defines as critical. Let's go with less than 30%. Yep, looks good. Just like Vaughn's. Okay, looks good. Let's do it. Now this game can be played on autopilot. That happened to these guys.
Insurgents. Most like they thought to take advantage of a lax watch at the palace while the fate's on. To feed the good consul a length of steel for his supper. I should think Vayne used to such hospitality. Clever. He used himself as the bait to draw them near, and then sent in the air brigade.
I was copying
a fine
friend.
Bloody banquet. I dare say I've soiled my cuffs. If a dungeon's waiting for us at the end of the night, it had best have a change of wardrobe.
See what I mean about politics? Oh, politicians in general. I'd take you with us if I could, but there's just no time. Sorry. Because if I understood what he said correctly, although I did get a little busy there copying Fran doing this with her hair. He was trying to say that this whole thing might have been set up. So, Vayne made himself an easy target to lure insurgents, resistance members like this to attack, so they'd have an excuse to, fight back and subjugate Rabanastre further, which is why the airship, the Ifrit, showed up as quickly as it did to put down the insurgency that fast. It's like they were already ready, they were expecting it. That way they could kill off the quote-unquote insurgents and do away with the resistance as quickly as possible. Stamp them out, you know? In other words, the whole thing was a trap. It was a bait. There we go. Look at that. Automatic. I didn't have to do shit. Now we can start speedrunning this game. Speedrunning. Oh yeah, I was like, where's the button for the map again? There it is. I'm doing this again, just like when we first got here. Just to this one. Oh yeah, I think that's how they do it. Okay, yeah. Thankfully. Thankfully with the gambits, he'll also move into attack now too, when I let go of the control stick. I won't have to manually move him like this. I'm just gonna let go. Oh. Damn thing got too close. Couldn't test it. Couldn't demonstrate it. See how I kind of backed up a little? I didn't do that. So, the automatic movement, I like it. You can always override it by moving yourself, so it's not really an issue. Like it's not something... Seriously? Seriously. Okay. Afraid to get their ankles wet, apparently. Or, I guess, what? Their shins? Unbelievable. We're gonna have to go lower the water level for that. A toad. I should wait and see if they drop something. Yeah, okay. Double speed is great for dungeon crawling. Especially when everything looks the same and you're just kind of trying to get through it. You don't have time to dick around with the mobs that much. Because we got places to be. Let's kill these fools. Gigantoads. Pretty small compared to Gigantoads in FF14 and 15. But the ones here resemble the ones from like FF5 a little bit. To me anyway. I kind of associate them. Oops. No, I meant to... There we go. Oh crap, I missed that. Oh, I don't want to fight that guy. He's too far away. Okay, got that one. Alright, let's go. Back to double speed so I have some control. This map feature is so useful. Having the full map at all times like this. I saw a streamer play Diablo 2 and they had something similar, I think. It's very useful. Usually put these here for a reason. Well, save points are always strategically placed. Like, it's always there for a reason. It's not much of a spoiler for me to say they usually put them before boss fights. So that's what I'm expecting is going to happen now. But before we do that, I gotta be right back because I gotta... Oh, right. Damn it. The Alt tab. I'll be right back because I'm gonna go to the restroom real quick. So I'll be back in a sec. Alright, I'm back. Excuse me. Jesus. Alright, let's continue. Incoming boss fight.
Now we have
Who would be next?
Oh shit!
Bring it down.
Jump down! Hurry!
This is so dramatic. You gonna catch her, Vaughn? Oh shit! Okay, he did.
She's not alone.
Well, he's stronger than he looks.
Our ranks grow by the hour.
Our troubles with them.
He's stronger than he looks. I mean, she's got a sword and shield, which is not light. And he just caught her like that. And he looks hella scrawny, too. Did somebody fucking poison me? What was that? I think we're fine. Well, it wasn't a boss fight, but whatever. We have a guest character now. A fourth party member, temporarily. Because you can only have 3.
You alright?
Thank you.
I'm Vaughn. And this is Balthier, and hey!
His
What's
face.
your name?
It's like, why?
Amalia.
I don't want to
Amalia,
babysit more people.
Nice to meet you.
There were others with me. I'm sorry.
They're dead.
No.
We saw their bodies.
Oh, now isn't that impressive?
Don't get any ideas. I said it's mine.
I'm afraid the jury's still out on that one.
You stole that?
Yeah.
Have you finished? When the guards don't report in, they'll come looking for us.
If they aren't already.
You should come with us. Better than being by yourself.
Very well.
What's wrong with her?
You have a lot to learn before we even get started on your thievery.
What's that mean?
The situation requires I accept such help as I find, though it be from thieves.
Yeah.
I shall accompany you
That's
until
what's
we
wrong with
find
her.
my companions. No longer.
Let's
She's
think
got
of
no
her as a guest,
respect
then. Unlike Fran or
for
myself,
us.
our guest probably won't be taking orders from anyone anytime soon, and she'll leave when she pleases. So we keep to our affairs and she to hers. I doubt we'll find her wanting in valor, being such an upstanding member of the insurgents.
Resistance.
You notice how I switched back and forth between that phrasing earlier? I was like, yeah, the insurgency, yada yada, the resistance, yada yada. I kept going back and forth. Amalia joins the party as a guest.
Well, what are we waiting for?
That's essentially what all insurgents are. They're resistance members. They're resisting tyrannical oppression from the people who call them insurgents usually. You know, imperialism, colonization. Unlike other party members, guests can only use certain actions and abilities. Yeah, I think Balthier made that pretty... Oh, she has Libra too, so we can see the enemy stats. Yeah, when Vaughn was like, what's her problem? At first I didn't know either, and I was kind of like, did I miss something? And then when she said, I guess I have to accept help from thieves, I was like, oh, right, yeah. She's not happy that we, even though we stole from the Empire, the fact that we're thieves just makes her go like, ugh. Scoundrels. Can't believe I have to accept help from these types. Judging us, basically. Explains why Balthier is like, you have a lot to learn. Shouldn't just be telling people that we steal shit. Flan! They look like actual flan too. They got the little cooked part on top. Damn, I'm hungry now. They look so cute! Kill them. Oh shit! Incoming banger boss music. And we won. The power of gambits. I didn't press a single button. I just moved the camera once. But, I mean, to be honest, that was only easy because I'm over level 2, so. It's getting flushed down the drain. They're cute, and my mouth actually watered because of the association. I actually want flan now. Waste of a good pastry, that. What is he eating? A coconut? Not well, no. Obviously some other fruit, but... Also, this is where they... This is so reminiscent of the Duty Complete victory screen that you see at the end of a dungeon in 14. It shows all the characters posing. And it says Duty Complete. Here it just says congratulations. I'm telling you, man, there's a lot of this game in 14. Holy shit. I should type TYFP, but we're sticking together for a bit longer, so. Where's my thank you for party macro? Okay, yeah, it's working. Like I said, I occasionally check on the stream to make sure it's still broadcasting correctly. Oops, stay too soon.
Yeah.
They're freaky ass eyes, man. Except they're like kind of like horns this time around. Pit pat, pit pat. Fucking ASMR footsteps. Garchi Makara. These names. A demon eyeball. Alright, I'm gonna start doing some massive pulls. Wall-to-wall pulling incoming. Oh, hold on. You just use flee. You get the aggro of every asshole around the area. You run all the way to the end. Honestly, in this game, it is actually probably a good idea to do that. If you're over level like me and just trying to get through it. It's like, why not? Pull everything and then kill it at the end. They follow us all the way to the end of you know, whatever area we're in anyway, so... Might as well pull the whole dungeon. Or the whole area that we're in. This'll work for most of the game. Okay, that seems to be everything. And then before we switch areas, like over here probably, kill them all. Although I don't think everything does follow you. Pretty sure we had more than just 2 enemies behind us. So you can't do wall-to-wall pulls. Some enemies didn't follow. Yep. Huh. Well, whatever. At least that means you can just kind of run past some enemies and not even fight them at all. Where's the fun in that though? I want to poke things with my giant stick. I realized what that sounded like. Shame on you! You dirty-minded fool! it for now. I think we've reached the end of the road. What is with these gates? Oh, I think I remember what all this is for. Rusted device. This appears to be a mechanism for operating the sluice gates. It is currently locked in place. This is one giant puzzle that leads to an Esper, an optional Esper. One that actually killed me several times and gave me a lot of trouble. My last playthrough, because I didn't know the strategy to beat him, and he uses a lot of status effects. Overflow Cloaca. Interesting name. Considering what a cloaca usually refers to. Oh my god, the frame drops right now. The mist is destroying my PC's performance. This is bad. Some cutscenes really are just gonna suck ass, aren't they? Are we fighting another boss already? Damn! No wonder they gave us another save point. Well, no wonder every save point has been saying, by the way, you're not going to be able to leave this area easily. They weren't kidding. They're like, you're going to have to, you know... You're going to have to do a lot of shit. And, fight more than one boss before you get a chance to actually go back to town and regroup. Fire main? I think he was charging up an attack and then we interrupted it. Like a final attack. He's not dead, he ran away.
Stand where you are.
Shit.
Now's not the time.
All that for nothing. We still got busted in the end. Couldn't escape.
They think me some common thief.
Better than a common assassin.
True.
These people have done nothing. Release them.
What are you doing?
Don't interrupt me. I'm thinking.
Okay.
Wait!
Where'd you
He
think
didn't
you
know
were
what he was
going?
doing! You have to let him go! You have to!
Uh-oh.
Penelo! Sorry. That dinner will have to wait.
I told you.
She did.
That's enough.
Ah!
Ow, you asshole.
Hold on to this for me, would you? Just until I bring Vaughn back.
On your feet, you over here.
All right. Edgy, aren't we?
It's Balthier, my brother.
What does that philanderer think he's doing? I was to kill Balthier, not those addle-pated Imperials.
Balthier's pissed some people off, huh? It's interesting though, he gave Penelo his handkerchief. He said, hold on to it till I come back with Vaughn. What a gentleman, huh? He's already basically promising her he's gonna bring Vaughn back to her.
I brought you some of
Survive.
those flowers you like. Galbana lilies. Remember? You always said how they smelled nice and how pretty they were. Remember? The king. Did you? Were you really a part of it? Even if you were, Captain Bosch must have tricked you into it.
Fucking cutscenes are so bad. God damn, I hate my PC right now. So he's not around anymore then. He did pass away.
You're awake.
Where are we?
Prison, where else? More a dungeon, but it's really all the same. Relax, it's just a corpse. Jump at every little thing down here and you'll wear yourself out. It's not even a proper dungeon. They just sealed off the bottom level of the fortress. Take a look around. We're not the first they've thrown down here.
Where's Fran?
She's off trying to find us a way out. Remember what curiosity killed? Just a friendly word of advice.
Well, I'm not a cat,
This
so I
is all
think
the
I'll be
water
fine.
we've got. I'd save your strength if I were you.
Looks as though our belongings were carted off by the Imperials. Ah, perhaps they brought our things up to our rooms. How kind. No sense strutting around at a time like this. Save your strength and stay out of trouble. Oh, there's other inmates here. We're not alone. Dead bodies everywhere. They weren't kidding about not being able to leave these areas easily. Ever since this whole thing started, we haven't gone back to town in hours. They say often the hardest part of an RPG is the beginning, since you have scarce resources and money. And you don't know what the hell you're getting into. But this is, putting back-to-back dungeons like this at the beginning of the game is crazy. A little crazy. What?
No, don't!
Fucking murdered him.
He was defenseless.
What? Something about a kid. Damn. Hit him pretty hard. Prison, Vaughn. What did you expect? Altair told you to stay out of trouble. You had one job! Oh, you can see snot running out of his nose. That was nasty.
Something stinks in here, all right? I've changed my mind. This is no dungeon, it's a sty. I said you're the one that stinks, Hamshanks.
Hamshanks?
You all right, Vaughn?
Alright, we're gonna bop with our fists. Let's go. Yeah, being over leveled means even with our fists we're fine.
That's a face swap back.
Faces I'd seen
Ready?
Great. They just don't give up, do they? Now is looking like a good time for us to leave.
Nice. Lifted it up with her toes,
Through
essentially.
the oubliette, there's a way out. Only...
Only you sense the mist.
They brought back the mist from FF9, but I think it serves a slightly different purpose here.
Then we'll need weapons.
I don't think it's used for just powering engines for vehicles.
What did you call me? Say that again.
What? You couldn't hear? I merely said that a lot of you are incompetent fools. If you've the Sky Pirate in your hands, where is he?
You'd have done better, Bagamnon. By your own words, it was the Imperial Army who caught this Sky Pirate of yours. We've done your job for you. We don't require the assistance of filthy headhunters. The Empire will restore order here.
Eh? What's that you say now? Maybe I'll wet my blade on you before I kill Balthier.
That's enough, Bagamnon.
Headhunters. Why does it sound straight out of Star Wars?
Judge?
It's like Darth Vader.
Guardians of law and order in Arcadia. They're the elite guard of House Solidor, which effectively makes them the commanders of the Imperial Army. If you ask me, they're more executioners than judges. Not a friendly lot, at any rate. What are they doing here?
So they're the head honchos of the military for the Arcadian Empire.
The Emperor is willing to overlook race for his more talented servants. However, those that do not show respect will receive none in kind.
Your Honor.
You travel freely through our lands because the Emperor wills it. Am I correct?
Let's shut him up.
Where is the captain?
We have him in solitary, Your Honor. We're ready to begin our interrogation.
This does not concern you, bounty hunter.
He's in here somewhere. Find him.
Watchy, that way.
Going this way.
What's that? Spoiling for
Time for the hare to follow the fox.
This guy and
The
his
magics
analogies.
binding the door to the oubliette are quite strong. Too strong even for my talents.
That's why we'll get them to open it for us.
How is going deeper into this
What's
place?
wrong? You don't trust her. Fiera's noses are sharp. If she says there's a way out, there's a way out.
That light smile. The simper. I like how Balthier talks in... He basically talks in poetry. He talks like a fucking poet and he uses analogies for everything. Really they're not analogies, they're kind of just, I don't know, like little sayings.
Look,
Ah, the prison repository of rested relics and raiments.
So, our things are in here?
That's what I said.
In a lot more words, that's what he said. But that is exactly what he said. As soon as he said, as soon as Balthier finished, I was like, so that's where our shit is. And then Vaughn was like, so our things are in here? It's like, yes! You recover your lost items and equipment. And obtain a map of the Nalbina dungeons. Excellent. Good thing they threw one of those out here. So, something else to know about this place? Your third opportunity to miss out on the Zodiac Spear. Do not open any of these chests. None of them. Leave them alone. Don't get greedy. See what I mean about how most of them are at least placed in locations that are significant to the story. Outside of Old Dalin's place, the moment you enter the royal palace, and then here where all your shit is. Places where you would just be tempted to want to loot them. Again, cruel game design. So yeah, don't pick any of those up. Alright, so something I wanted to comment on the previous cutscene, but again, I don't like talking over, the characters when I can avoid it. The judge. I don't believe they said his name this time, but that is actually a concept, again, from Final Fantasy Tactics Advance, which this game is heavily based off of. Well, the Ivalice, the world of Ivalice in this game is heavily based off that one, not OG Tactics as much. However, the concept is very different. The battle system for Final Fantasy Tactics Advance is such that, a lot like, the original Tactics, it was very similar, but the twist was they added judges, which are like referees. They rode on a chocobo, they could move anywhere they wanted, whenever it was their turn. They didn't engage in the fight. All they did was literally establish a set of rules for the fight. You and your opponents had to follow those rules, otherwise you would be penalized. And I think you get, 2 or 3 yellow cards and then a red card for repeated, what's the word here? Transgressions, I guess, against the rules. And then after that, the judge would literally throw you in jail. They would kick that character out of the battle for violating the rules. So you had to follow the rules when you fought. I was like, alright, that's fine. But, again, this is all from what my brother told me, because I never played the games myself. What was really lame, he told me about this, he said, there was, sometimes when you would get, random encounters, so non-scripted fights, excuse me, you would have to fight out in, the middle of nowhere. You would end up fighting a bunch of monsters, right? And sometimes, and when it's a random encounter, I'm pretty sure the judges would establish just really random rules. But they never put a limit to to the randomness of their rules. They could literally be anything, and the rule set was pretty wide. So there were times where you would get a random encounter, and a judge would show up and give you, and put a rule and say, you can't attack monsters when all of your opponents are monsters. Or the conditions for winning the battle are to defeat all enemies. But he's telling you you can't attack, you're not allowed to attack a certain type of enemy, even though that's all there is. Or even if there isn't, but you have to kill it anyway, but you're not allowed to. So it's like, what the hell? That to me was the biggest turnoff. When I heard that, I was like, what kind of stupid, shitty game design is that? Like, how do you overlook something like that, you know? Again, it's this era, unfortunately, of Square Enix's, I don't know, what they were doing with Final Fantasy games. Their ego was at an all-time high. Or approaching that. After how successful, you know, Final Fantasy 7, 8, 9, and 10 have been up to this point. So I feel like they just cut corners on a lot of their, especially their side projects, which that's what Final Fantasy Tactics was a side project. But eventually they even started cutting corners with their mainline games, which is why Final Fantasy 13 and 14 1.0 were such flops compared to their earlier projects. They just started getting too... They started getting a little too full of themselves, and they got carried away with their game design choices, and they just weren't putting as much effort, like any corporation. But they just started seeing dollar signs, and the heart and soul into actually developing the game started kind of disappearing slowly. So yeah. In this game, I digress, because I realized, I was like, I'm going on a different tangent now. In this game, judges, we're going back to judges, very different concept. Baltier just explained it. There's no need for me to say anything. They're basically the head honchos of the military, and again, the parallels between this and Final Fantasy 14. I mean, just look at Gaius. He looks like a judge. Look at his helmet. It looks almost like that guy's. A lot of the, you know, Imperial head honchos in the Garlean Empire in FF14, they look just like that. They look just like the judges in this game. There's a lot, I'm telling you, there's a lot of inspiration from this game that went into 14 for sure. Which is not a bad thing, it's actually pretty cool. Why specifically this game though? I'm not sure. Oh, right, I already saved. Alright, enough rambling, let's go. Yeah, all the armor for the Garlean enemies and their higher-ups look a lot like the armor from these guys. The Arcadian Empire. Still, when that judge first walked into the room, the music sounded so much like the Imperial March or whatever from Star Wars. I think that was very intentional. I'm not sure who the main composer for this game is.
There are more turnkeys than cut purses down here. I've had my fill of chains. Let's tread lightly, shall we?
Let's just kick all their asses. We'll be fine. So we can't go back. That's cutscene established that. Yep. So from this point on, there should be no more treasure chests I have to worry about deleting the Zodiac Spear from existence. Because the fourth and final time that you encounter such treasure chests is after the Zodiac Spear. Assuming you go to get the Zodiac Spear as soon as you're able to. I'll double check anyway with the guide, but I'm pretty sure the fourth chest that can make it disappear is in a place that's well after you're able to get the Zodiac Spear. And since I'm going to get it as early as possible, I shouldn't have to worry about it anymore. But let me double check that. Yep. That's it. Using Control F. That was the last one. The next, as I go down, it just talks about where to get the Zodiac Spear. Yeah, you're able to just get it. That means he probably didn't even include where the last chest is. No, he did include it. Let me see. Oh wow, they did something unique with the last one. You guys will see it when we get there. Not on this stream, by the way. It's gonna be a long time from now. This is like past the halfway point of the game. Cool. And the last location actually shows it has a gimmick connected to where the Zodiac Spear is, showing that it's not the only chest that's like that. So this is how you're supposed to figure it out without a guide. Again, talk more about this once we get there, because you guys won't understand what the hell I'm talking about right now. Unless I read this whole thing. But even so, by that point, again, you're already past the halfway point of the game. Who's gonna want to restart after they figure out the gimmick there? Still fucked up. No matter how you look at it, it's still fucked up. Okay, well now I can just stop using Control F and just scroll down to see what's coming up next. See if there's any optional stuff I should do. Alright, let's go. Let's get the hell out of here. Did he just dodge my shit? Quick.
Yeah.
Dude, I like the music here. Holy shit. It's really high. Come on! Your helmet looks thicker than the judge right next to you, and you're still like, ugh! I can't see, I'm blinded! Meanwhile, the other guy's just straight-faced. I love the cinematography, especially with the judges. They do a good job of portraying them as really intimidating figures. Like, these guys are not to be fucked with. You know? And the gratuitous camera shots return. I like it. Square Enix hasn't lost touch with what the fans want. Gratuitous camera angles. Hey, what the fuck? I freak out when someone dodges my It's like, hey man, fuck you, cabron. Oh shit. I kinda zoned out and realized I was just going backwards. Oops. Let's go. Ah. There he is again.
You have grown very thin, Bosch.
Damn, that guy looks a lot like Balthier. I know there's no connection, but Jesus.
Less than a shadow. Less than a man. Sentenced to
There
death,
he
and
is.
yet you live? Why?
To silence Hondor. How many times must I say it?
Is that all?
Why not ask Vayne himself? Is he not one of your masters?
We've caught a leader of the insurgents. She's being brought from Rabanasta, the woman Amalia. Who could that be?
Oh, yes. Bosch. A.K.A. Brad Pitt.
Such a faithful
I
hound
played-
to cling so to a fallen kingdom.
Achilles and Troy.
throw
I'm not
him
gonna stop
away.
thinking that joke. Looks just like the guy.
As you threw away our homeland.
Who's there?
This the place?
The mist is flowing through this room. It must be going somewhere.
You're no Imperials. Please, you must get me out.
It's against my policy to speak with the dead, especially when they happen to be Kingslayers.
I did not kill him.
Is that so? Huh. Glad to hear it.
Please, get me out. For the sake of Dalmasca.
Vaughn's not gonna help you.
Dalmasca?
After the scene
What
we
do
just
you
saw.
care about Dalmasca? Everything that's happened is because of you! Everyone that's died. Every single one. Even my brother.
There it is.
You killed my brother!
Quiet. The guards will hear.
I'm dropping it.
Too late.
Pirates without a sky.
Oh my god, he barely grabbed on time. Can't fault Vaughn for that emotional outburst, though. Oh man.
Spare us your quiddities.
Yeah, but he's a...
A traitor, I know. Stay here and fight if you want. If you can walk, let's go.
You're taking him with us?
We could use another sword arm.
And you have it.
Looks fucked up. What the hell happened to his shoulders? Boss joins the party as a guest. Barneen Passage. At least I'm free to open treasure chests as much as I want for the rest of the game until I get to the Zodiac Spear now. I'll touch on whatever that is until I do this. The footsteps are so funny and fast forward, dude. Burrow. Don't get many visitors down here. Come scavenging for odds and ends, have you? I don't reckon you just saw whatever caused that terrible racket just now, eh? Ah, come crashing down straight on the stairs? That was the only way out! Guess it's time to start looking for a back door out of this place. What about you? You plan on poking around these tunnels? Best go prepared. I piece together what scraps of this, that, and the other I find into all manner of things. Maybe I have something you need. That was the longest dialogue just for a fucking shop. Jesus. A pole. Which off class uses a pole? Must have overlooked it. Okay. Weird, but okay. I forgot hammers were a thing. No, I have two of these. Hey, finally we can buy Phoenix Downs. That might have been too many. Oops. Yeah, I gotta sell some shit. Okay. Hey, Gambits, finally. The Gambit system is interesting. What's weird is the fact that you have to buy targets for it. So strange. You have to buy the ability to give your team or your party members commands. So strange. Like they needed an excuse to create a guild sync for you. And it's very minor too. Look at the price on these. 50 gil. Super cheap. But when there's this many, it adds up. What's funny is in the game and its actual lore and everything, gambits are actually little cards. That's why the Gambit shop in Ravenastra was like a square card. That's what they are. That's what they look like. Even though obviously the entire concept of gambits would make no sense in real life because people are not AI robots. But yeah. So there's rare items in here, so people risk coming in here. Okay. I don't really need to modify my gambits right now. What was that other button that I skipped last time? Dude, Vaughn was out for blood just now. He was ready to beat the shit out of Bosch. Huh, guess it's not working. Let's have a look. The fuse is blown. That would explain why there's no power reaching the switch. the wiring is any indication, I'd say this is a central power relay of some sort. As it stands, I doubt we'll find much still running around down here. Yeah. Covered with rust. Nothing happens. The power to the gate has been cut. No shit. Gate is far too heavy to force. There must be a switch or lever somewhere. Well, there is, but... what to do? Well, there's not much else we can do. What's that? No power in the passage, eh? Can't say I'm surprised. Tunnel's as old as these. This gate ain't working none either. Here we go. Try putting this in that contraption up the stairs. A tube fuse. That'll do it. Made that tube fuse from parts I found down in these very tunnels. As good as any you'll find. And better than most, mark my words. We'll see about that. Let there be light. Awesome. Whew. I see you got the gate open. Ought to be able to look for all manner of ways out now. While the lights are on, the passage ain't so bad. But let the charge drop and some fierce beasts start coming out in the dark. Opening this gate probably took the charge down some. That gauge ought to show you how much charge is left. About 30% to operate something the size of these gates, I'd say. Who knows how many more of these gates they got down here? If you look for those switchboards, you ought to be able to make your way. Shouldn't be that complicated. Hey, what the hell?
Hey, who turned out the lights? One of those?
I've heard of these. Mimics.
He's
They
stealing the
disguise
juice.
themselves as all manner of things, then strike when you're least wary. Some of them have a fondness for energy, I'm told. They gorge themselves on the stuff till there's naught left.
So, what happens then?
Lights out, and it's worse in the dark. Much worse. So, let them get too close to one of those conduits, and they'll suck it dry. But don't worry, it'll give the energy back if you ask nicely. Sticking it with a sword helps too. Clock's ticking.
Get him. A strip of foul flesh. Alright, fast forward is not going to help me then. It's only going to make things worse because that means it gives me less time to stop them from stealing energy. Also, I gotta check and make sure everybody has licenses for new equipment that we just bought. Oh, that's how you get new gambit slots. What were these before? Oh, these were the empty non-existent slots. That I was like, how am I supposed to reach, you know, these ones over here that are isolated? Game didn't want to spoil what gambits were, strangely. Tides of Fate. Sounds interesting. These will eventually be useful. Whip kick. That's a lot of additional gambit slots. Yeah, let's take care of that. There we go. White Whirl. Wasn't that... Yeah, that was one of Yuna's attacks. In her special dress sphere, the Flora Falal, right? Where she turns into a giant flower. The White Whirl. Pretty sure it was one of her strongest attacks. Okay, got all the gambit slots at least. That's something. There. I thought I was gonna get the armor. So whenever we buy new stuff at shops, I can put it on right away. That ought to do it. Kind of went overboard on it. Most of this weapons and armor, it's like I'm not even gonna have these for a long time. I got a little OCD. A little carried away. And speaking of Achilles. Fuck it, that's enough. What was his armor? We have the first 3 sets here. Fuck it, I'll look for it later. We'll just get this. Oh, there we go. There's more armor. That'll be good for now. We won't be getting new armor for a little bit. Yeah. I see it. It's draining our shit. Prick. Yeah, we're back at 100%. Oh, there's another one. I see you, piece of shit. Good thing the map marks them. Every time I see the aggro lines, I keep expecting that sound effect from FF14. Bing! other side of this. Frick. I noticed as long as we're not terribly close to where they are, they don't suck up the energy. Excuse me. Thankfully, the Lancer / Dragoon job class in this game is actually a tank because they use heavy armor. Oh, there's a map down there. It seems to be only ranged. The ranged DPS job classes like Balthier and Fran right now are the ones who use light armor. A map of the Barheem Passage. Excellent. God, I love the footstep sounds. Maybe a little too much.
Yeah.
So if the lights go out, basically ghost / demon monsters pop out and kick our asses. That ain't gonna happen on my watch. The way they put their weapons away and everything and take them back out to fight reminds me a lot of like I feel like I'm playing FF7 Remake right now. Your whole party follows you, and then, you know, they all pull out their weapons when they're gonna fight and then put them away. I'm curious, where does this lead? We got a long way to go.
Yeah.
Now this is getting funny. Hey! Hey! Asshole. Massive gate. Gate is far too heavy to force. Must be a switch or lever somewhere to operate it. Plans. Battery Mimic A is feeding on the energy. Where's the trick? asshole. These dungeons are getting longer and longer. Sure. Boss champ. That sounded really far away. Hear a loud sound from the south. The gate is open. Hey, we can get the hell out of here. You can also just tell from the license board how far you are in the game based on the set of armor you have unlocked. And like, oh, there's still like 5 more sets. We're nowhere near the end. Oh, they're passive enemies. They're neutral. It's kind of cool. Don't have to worry about the bombs then. Fuck 'em. Most enemies are aggro, so I was kind of confused why they weren't tagging, and I was like, oh. Neutral enemies.
Mist seethes.
It reeks. Something's close.
He has proper armor now. He's
Nice moves there, Captain.
Still emaciated as
traitor.
fuck.
So they say. But I didn't see him kill anyone.
My brother did.
Rex. He said he had a brother 2 years younger. I see. He meant you. Your brother. What became of...
He's dead.
I'm sorry.
It was you who killed him.
I give you my word. That was not the way of it.
They're revealing this now, huh?
Rex, sir. My name's Rex. All I have left, sir. He's 2 years younger than I.
It's time, Bosch. Save the discussion for later.
We found them! What if we arrive after he signed the treaty? Sir, we have little time. You must go to the
As I
tank.
feared. They're slowing us down.
Captain Azulus's and for my parents. Captain, why? Our king, have you done?
His Majesty was a traitor.
An imposter. A doppelganger.
Twin brother. Fancy that.
Oh shit.
But still, the pieces fit, I'll give you that much. And he did look like you.
The guy we just saw?
I don't believe you.
Of course not. It was my fault that Rex was there. I am sorry.
My brother, he trusted you. He trusted you and he lost everything. How can I believe you?
Not me, then. Believe in your brother. He was a fine soldier. He fought to the last to protect his homeland. Now, surely he fought to protect his brother.
You don't know anything.
Believe what you want to. Whatever it takes to make you happy.
That's the best thing you can say to... Yeah. When somebody's being too stubborn, that's all you can do. Is say that and move on. Okay, to touched on it before during FF10, right? But when I talked about, like, this obviously has nothing to do directly with religion, but still, that phrasing, what he said, believe whatever you want to believe to make you happy. Yeah, when I talked about all that stuff, at the end of that one stream when we were about to start Via Purifico in FF10, I was like, that's just kind of what I do now. I used to, you know, get all pissy and you know, have beef with people who were like super religious because I'm obviously the total opposite or whatever. But I'm just kind of like have that live and let live attitude where I'm just like, well, if it gives them comfort and intangible solace and they need that, then why deny that to them? So it's kind of the same thing. Let them believe whatever they want to, as long as they're not hurting anybody. That's when it's going too far, because that does happen too, obviously. So yeah, this is a different kind of situation, or a very similar situation. Nothing to do with religion, but still similar in that case where he just doesn't know what to believe, what's real and what's not, regarding his brother. Right. Give that back. We're profiting energy. Oh shit! Finally a mimic actually turns into a fake treasure chest. Gotta hate mimic treasure chests, huh? Oh shit, another one! Asshole. Get the fuck back here, you piece of shit! Uh-oh, we got another energy sucker. I'm telling you, this is one long ass dungeon. Excuse me. These and if I wasn't over leveled, think how much longer it would be having to actually do these fights legit. Thank God for the new game plus option.
Yeah.
So we can cross that, but not the little puddles of water blocking the stairs back into Garam Scythe waterway. Oh, that makes sense. Alright, can't go that way yet. Actually, I think that's the way back in here after we leave, because I think when we leave, we can't come back right away to this place. But there is a huge reason to come back later. Okay, look in here. Starting to get used to that. You will not be able to leave this area easily. Like, alright, I get it. Let's go. gigantic mimic. A battery one, too. Well, let's see how this goes. Doesn't look like they'll need any help from me. And that's why we can't go back for a long time. Now the only other way out is sealed up. Feel sorry for that shopkeeper. He's stuck down there now. Oh, one of the only other ways back out. There's only one left.
To think Dalmascan air could taste so sweet.
I remember this scene. It stuck with me because he said that.
The Estes Sand, by the look of it. Let's back to Rabanasta before we shrivel up. By your leave, Captain.
Yes, the hour of my return is already over late. The people may hate me, but that does not free me of my charge.
A twin brother in the opposing army, the Arcadian Empire. It was too perfect for them to set him up like that. Shit was fucked up. They kept Rex alive just to be a witness to that shit too. Hey, it's you guys again. The whole entrance just caved in with the crash, and the boss is still inside. There's another entrance to Barheim around here somewhere, but the boss has the key. And he's still inside. Damn. Shifty seek. Ah yes, back to Rabanastra on the double. Alright. Simple enough. Turn on the super fast forward. Let's do this. I just felt the need to repair my gear. See? My brain's drawing too many parallels between this and 14. I don't need to repair my gear? What the fuck? Like... my brain's like, we just finished the dungeon. We should go repair our gear. It's like, no. We don't have to do that in this game. Big fuck. Asshole! You're lucky I'm in no mood for a fight.
I thank you.
I'd avoid crowds if I were you. In this town, you're still a traitor, you know.
The Resistance will surely find me soon. Fate's will, we meet again. I would pay my respects to your brother.
You're a fugitive now, too. Stay low for a while.
What about the stone?
Do as you like. That stone's ill-favored.
We feel regret. We sought that stone and found ourselves only worry.
You offering it?
It's mine.
Then why'd you ask? Our regards to your girl.
We stay in Rabanastra a while.
Good to get this camera angle. Good. Check. So now they see the Magicite as bad luck because of everything that happened.
Can I trust Bosch?
You're asking the Magicite? People did have...
get rid of this thing.
People did have pet rocks for a while.
But maybe I should show it to Penelo first, so she knows I got something.
Yeah, there you go.
She'd be at Miguel's place this time of day.
You can show her that it wasn't all for nothing. Baltier and Fran leave party. Yeah, people did have pet rocks for a while. Anything you can talk to get your mind off things, I suppose. In my case, it's just me, myself, and I. And now this webcam and this microphone. What is this? And maybe someday someone will see and hear these recordings. That's all of you guys, basically. That's what I'm saying. Whoever's watching. But what is this thing? I say in future tense because I assume most people won't see most of this until it's posted on YouTube and somebody stumbles across it. I also assume a lot of family and friends will probably see this. There's a reason to make these assumptions. I won't reveal. You'll have to figure that out on your own. You, can you tell me what the hell that thing is over there? Herdy. Welcome to Moogling, Kupo. First time using Moogling? Oh, thank God. It's like the Ethernet. You can teleport across town now. And it's free, it doesn't take teleport stones. Excellent. Miguelo's place. What the fuck was that again? Not marked up here. I guess it's in Lowtown, maybe? Or not? Otherwise it's not marked anywhere. Well, let's go to the Sand Sea. Actually, hold on. I want to go see if I can buy more gambits up there. Excuse me. Watts the Sand Sea was probably closer than that place. The Moogling, huh? Equidistant, I suppose. Any new bills? A wraith. Ghost. One of the children saw a ghost, now he's so frightened he locked himself in the bed in the house. Okay. Okay. You're one of Miguelo's little friends, aren't you? Yeah, I am. Man, there's an intense amount of customization for Gambits. Look at this. They thought of like every possible situation so that you can really set up your Gambits however you want for very specific types of situations. So I take a minute. Look at the bar, dude. There's so many. I'll probably take a break after this. We're about to hit the 2-hour mark. Jesus, we're gonna be here a while. Every kind of condition and situation you could think of is here. Also, these are getting pretty expensive now. 300 a piece? Wow. I don't know what strategies they had in mind people would think of for them to price these so high. I gotta adjust. It's also funny how it's just the targets that you have to buy. Gambit commands? No. Those are based on literally what abilities you have at your disposal. But Gambit targets? You gotta buy those. Like what? Very strange. Better this way than the other way around though. Imagine them getting an ability like sleep or stop, right? And then not being able to set up a gambit for it, for any target at all, until you went and bought the corresponding gambit for this new ability you just got on your license board and bought at a shop or something, like a magic spell. Speaking of, again, this game does some nice callbacks to Final Fantasy's roots. Aside from the title screen having the theme of Final Fantasy playing, from the very first game, the fact that you have to buy magic is such a throwback too. Oh, once you buy it, you have it. Jesus. What the hell could you do if you're petrified? Self, think about it. What could you make a character do to themselves if they're petrified? If they're petrified. They can't do anything. So that one kind of seems like the most useless target gambit I've ever seen. Also be one for being dead. If you're dead, do this. I can't, I'm dead. It's like... That's what that looks like, basically. Unless petrifying this game doesn't completely knock you out of the action. Like maybe it's just something that really slows you down, or it's like a death sentence counter. Where you can still do something before it fully sets in and turns you to stone. That might be why. Because you know, in some games it's like that. When you get petrified, like in FF7, you have a 30-second counter to do something about it. Before you actually turn to rock and then you're screwed. That took 5 to 6 minutes. Jesus. Oh yeah, I should go back to Clan Centurion. Check in with Mont Blanc. Oh, excuse me. Koopa, you're ahead tonight already? You've been burning the midnight oil, Koopa. He says that every time you go up in rank, I think. Because I remember hearing that line a lot. Clan Centurion knows how to treat its hard-working members, Koopa. Here, a reward for your accomplishment. Warp notes? And teleport stones. Here you defeated a pack of Flans. Oh, that's right, he gives you rewards for boss fights too, even if they're part of the story and not optional. Or I guess the Rabanastra Common Council does, through him. Yeah, to lessen the dangers of the Garum Scythe waterway. Also defeated the Fire Main, did you? The Rabanastra Healer's Covenant. Awarded for the collection of samples to be used in study of certain intractable maladies, diseases. Rabanastra Healer's Covenant. What do you want to do? You defeated the Mimic Queen too? See how many boss fights we had to do just to be able to come back here? After going into the Royal Palace? Holy shit. A young lady? For proving that my dad, who was imprisoned in Albina, was innocent. Really? Wonder what he was imprisoned for, that me killing the Mimic Queen absolved him of his guilt. Or whatever. Or was he accused of stealing power from the energy grids or something? Any new marks? Cluckatrice and Rock Toys. Danja, Giza Plains. Mm-hmm. Sure. Cool. The vilest of the mild marks, elite marks. Yeah, A ranks. Unless, how does the naming, how does the convention go in? Well, people just go by ranks, so I don't really know. I think elite marks are actually B ranks in FF14. A ranks and S ranks, people just call A rank and S rank. My dream is to see each and every last elite mark fall before the Swords of the Clan. Okay. You want to be able to take pride in this place and what you got going on here. I'll make you proud, Mont Blanc. That place. Whew. Pilica, Bujarba. Kupo, so it's a Moogle. Somewhere we've never been to before and I have no idea where it is. Right. The only other Viera we've seen and can actually talk to. And then this guy. Testing your limits, your abilities. Cool. Aside from her, I think we just saw 2 Vieras in the cinematic during the parade, right? So yeah, they are pretty scarce around here. I can see why Vaughn was taken aback by Fran. That's the Clan Centurio mark, huh? Okay. Alright. Oh wait, there was a shorter route this way. Okay, as far as I remember, Miguelo's place is on the south end of this. That item shop in the bottom right corner, I believe. There it is. Miguelo's Sundries.
Vaughn, is it really you? I heard you got took off to Nalbina.
The Imperials will need more than a dungeon to stop me.
Look at this cocky
You
prick.
broke out of a dungeon? Whoa!
Hey, try and keep it down, would ya? Penelo isn't around, is she? Out on a delivery, maybe?
Nope, haven't seen her all day. Not like her to up and skip out on work like that. Miguelo's not here either. He went running off somewhere a little while ago.
Shit.
So much for my big welcome. I guess everybody's busy.
I got my hands full watching the shop, and old Alan had something for me to do, but I can't get away.
Old Dallin, huh? Tell you what, I'll go see him for you.
Really?
Well, nothing better to do.
You also might know what this Magicite's for. He seems to be well versed in that kind of thing. Yeah, see? It's quite a stone you got there. Miguelo were here, I'm sure he'd want to take a look, but he hasn't been in today. Oh, but I don't suppose you came here for small talk, did you? Well, I think Dallin will probably know better than Miguelo, though. About the Magicite. See you around, dude. Alright, old Dallin, where are you? I'll probably take a small break once I talk to him. Hey, buddy.
Well, well, look who we have here. Heard you were sent off to Nalbina.
Yeah.
And I got out of there as fast as I could. But it was all worth it, Dallin. Here, look at this.
My, quite a treasure you've got there.
Well, you know, I couldn't have done it without your help.
So, there is more to this gutter churl than first meets the eye.
Thanks,
Vaughn, I have
asshole.
an errand, a simple favor to beg of you. I was going to ask that Kites to go, but I should think that you ought to do. No. No, I think you're just the one. There's a fellow by the name of Azalas, and I need you to bring this sword to him.
That's a sword of the old order.
Speak my name when you arrive. That should be enough to get you in to see him. I've made a note on your map showing you where he can be found. Mind you, you are to deliver the sword to him personally.
I will. Hey, Dal, do you think I could get you to do something for me? I need you to find out where Penelo is. I wanted to show her what I got from the palace, but I haven't been able to find her anywhere. Can you let me know if you hear anything?
You can just leave that to me.
Thanks, Dallin.
And so it is done. But will it be enough to remind him of what the Order once meant?
Jedi's? Knights of the Old Republic? What's going on? It's amazing how much you can learn about Star Wars when you grew up with a bunch of people obsessing over it when the prequels were coming out without ever having watched a single movie. But it also leads to a lot of misinformation as well. So don't take my word for it. My references are going to be janky because I have yet to see a single movie. Let's take a break here before we start this part. Alright. There. Alright, I'll see you guys in the next video for those of you watching on YouTube. Or just watching the highlights on Twitch as well. There's a button. Alright, it'll take like 5-10 minutes and then I'll be back, so till then, peace.